What's up, guys and girls, producers and producerettes? How's it going? It's Jet here again with ya, owner and founder of doggods.com. And just to let you know why I put Dog Gods together is because for people like me who want to learn how to use certain DAWs, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to learn how to make some hip hop or R&B or trap or some type of urban music, it's cool when there's an urban producer showing you things that you need to know because they're showing you from an urban music perspective, right? It's always best to learn that way if that's the music you're trying to learn. So this is why I put this together, because I don't see too many urban producers doing this, you know what I mean, with the tutorials and stuff, teaching other urban producers and producers in general, but coming from an urban producer's perspective, a place where you can learn how to make these types of music, all right? You have, yeah, I'm sure you got some other guys out there doing it in their way, but they're not doing it in my way. So I came on the scene because the way I'm doing it is not being done. So I'm here to fill that space, that void, all right? So here I got a video about a classic song made by a classic MC, the Notorious B.I.G. Oldie but a goodie, all right? So we got Buck Wild here, the producer of the song. As you can see, I got a story to tell. Let's hear what he's got to say. So yeah, obviously this classic was not made on Ableton, but it's being remade, reconstructed, and deconstructed on Ableton. All right. So here at Dog Gods, I'm going to show you something about Ableton, how it can be used to make I Got a Story to Tell.
And he would always tell me like, yo, you make dope beats, but you don't have nothing for me.
Check it out, check it out. I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my motherfucking hoes for ya. Hoes for ya.
We used to conversate all the time, and he's like, yo, I'm working on my album. I need some beats. I can't move around. I'ma send C's. I need C's to meet you somewhere. Got in my car, drove down, gave it like about 20 minutes. Met C's there, dapped him up. We conversated. We kicked it for a little while. Gave him the tape. Went back home. He gets the tape. He's like, yo, you got some fire here. Yo, I've got a few here that I might want.
All right, so you see that? Biggie first said the man has nice beats, but he ain't got nothing for me. The next time he heard beats from him, he had a few that he was going to choose from. So what does that mean? That means Buck Wild either upped his skills, increased his skill level, or he just made something more towards Biggie's flavor, right? But the more you make beats, the more your skills will increase, all right? So it's all about skills. And if you recall, Notorious B.I.G. was in a car accident with Lil C's and he was walking with a cane. If you look at that Hypnotized video, you see him with a cane. Yeah, because he was just recovering from a car accident, so that's why he couldn't move around, and that's why Buck Wild went to meet Lil Cease and passed that tape over to him, all right? So here we are. He's going to start off showing you how he remade this beat in Ableton Live, starting off with the drums, all right? You got to get the drums right, and he's going to match a sample to these drums, but pay attention to the sample section when he's talking about clearing the sample, all right? So be aware or beware when you're downloading sounds from certain websites. Make sure that it's like royalty free. Make sure your samples are royalty free or you're going to end up in a bag of problems. And I'm saying that song might not get released the way you want it to be released, all right? Let's check this out.
The most important thing is always find the right drums. That's what gives the whole track the energy and the feel. Like even from the 90s till now, where it's like you have 808s and the hi-hats and the 808 snare, it drives what the music is. You know, today's generation, they figured that out, but it's like, for me, it's like that's always been a thing. If the drums aren't right, it won't give me a feel for what I need to do. Really, it's 2 tracks. It's one just for the kick. It's a kick and a 909, which plays together at the same time. Hi-hat and snare, that's all intertwined together on one track. We're in the age people be like, yo, I did 10 beats today. Shit, you could spend 5 hours looking for that one sample to go on top of your drums. I found this $2 record I had, and it's like I was playing through it, and I was like, yo, I like the sounds. And then everything was cool until the sample clearance came. Whatever the cost was to get the record cleared, they would do. So Puff makes the call, you know, he's Puff Daddy. Who's gonna turn Puff down? No. Clive Davis makes the call. That's Clive Davis, you know, the head of Arista. No. Throw him at large amounts of money and he's like, yo, I don't care, whatever it is that you guys wanna pay, I'm not clearing it. All right, if it doesn't make the album, we have to do some changes. In order for it to make the album, we have to make changes. Puff is like, yo, you know what, I got an idea, just let us live with it. We gotta keep that vibe. That vibe gotta be the same vibe. We need that vibe. Puff brought in Chucky Thompson to replay all the music, and we just recreated the whole thing. Stripped the sample out, kept the drums, and that's how we got what we got. And all this is just a recreation of what Chucky played out on the original sample. Like Big, always like, yo, you know, rapper gotta be the next instrument. You the MC, you the next instrument.
Alright, y'all, so you heard him talk about sample clearance. It's a big lesson for them. The song was a big hit, but I'm sure if they had that original sample, it would have been a bigger hit still. But yeah, so like I was saying before, Biggie first saw Buck Wild and gave him props for making beats, but told him he didn't have anything for him. Later on, he gets a beat tape from Buck Wild, and there's a bunch of beats on there that Biggie likes. Buck Wild increased his skills, upped his beast mode, you know what I'm saying, with the DAW. So Biggie jumps on a beat. It's classic hip-hop track, all right? So I'm encouraging you to get the information necessary to increase your skills, even though Buck Wild didn't make the original beat on Ableton. As you can see, it's recreated on Ableton. Sounds dope, sounds fat, sounds like the original, right? So you could have easily made this originally on Ableton. So the point is, if you know how to use Ableton, you can make exactly what you want to make, because it's that type of DAW, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of capabilities within that DAW. All right, so increase your skills. You'll be inches closer to freedom. The more you increase your skills, you don't need no more job. You won't have your homies looking at you like, yo, is that World Star or your girl's car? You know what I'm saying? So it's your homeboy Jet from doggods.com. Need some information about Ableton Live 10? Want to get started on your way to becoming a dog god, Ableton God? Check the link in the description. Click on that for some more information, all right? Check you next time.
Stacks in the front of that sack, hit the door, grab the keys to the 5, call my niggas on the cell, bring some weed, I got a story to tell.